All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson on how you women are getting on everyone's nerves, man. Right? Women are ultimately getting on everyone's nerves, and even the men that reach all the so-called success that you're supposed to achieve in this world to be considered a viable bachelor for women's affection, right? Even they find you women annoying, man. You've got all these red pill channels, AMS, Fresh and Fit podcast, right? You've got all of these different people, man, that got all of these podcasts, right? And even these guys, they do all of the things that women say they want. They got all this height. They hit the gym, or they get all the biceps and triceps going in that, right? They got the money. They've got the status and all of that. And you women still get on their nerves as well, right? Then you become like the amount of times Will Smith has saved the earth in all them movies, right? But then his woman still gets on his nerves, man. You women are getting on men's nerves all over the place. And I'm here to just say that it's gonna come to an end, man. 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And a lot of you women have been living in pleasure. And you've been able to get away with a lot, man. Right? You've been able to get away with a lot, but it's slowly being, all that power that you have is slowly being torn away. And the power that you have is not real anyway. Right? The power that women have is never real, because at any moment men can take that away, right? At any moment, the power that women think they have, men can take it away, man, right? And a lot of the reason why women are even able to do any of the things that they do right now is because men have allowed them to do it. And anything that men say as a collective that women are not allowed to do, they can't do them. Whereas anything that women say that men can't do as a collective, if men decide as a collective that they want to do them, they're going to do them. And there ain't nothing that women can do about it. And that's why all you women that have been living in pleasure, you're dead while you live, man, because there's going to come a day where none of this stuff that you've been getting away with is going to work anymore. And what are you going to do then? What are you going to do when you can't just boldly ask men how much money they make, or expect men to take you out on $500 dates when he's just met you, when another guy hasn't had to do none of that stuff for you, and when you can't even do it for yourself? Right? You can't even do that for yourself, and you know you don't even really like the guy that you're expecting to spend that money on you. Right? It's ridiculous, man. But what are you going to do when you can't do these things? What are you going to do where you can't cry and then men just come out of the woodwork to save you? What are you going to do in that time? What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do when you can't just go to the store, to the chemist, right? Or to the pharmacy and get yourself some tampons to cleanse yourself up and clog up yourself so that you're not bleeding? What are you going to do when all that's gone? What are you going to do if some bitter man that's always had it bad with women decides to just burn down in the area that you live in, to burn down only the things that are women's products that help women? If he just decides to destroy all of that in a particular area that he lives in, just so that women's lives can be miserable because they made his life miserable, what would you do in that time? What would you do? But a lot of you have never thought about this. A lot of you have never thought about these things, man. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Many days and years. And it's already really starting, man. You women are getting bunned out all the time, and men are not taking the BS nowhere near as much as they used to. Now if a man's simping, he gets called out for that, man. People don't like that. People don't really like to see men falling out the sky to try and defend women no more, man. They're disgusted by that. Men don't even feel like they've did a good thing if they go out of their way to help women anymore. If a woman's in a situation, man, they'll ignore women. In gyms, when women are in there and they're trying to get attention with all them yoga pants, men are ignoring that some of the time, man. Because they don't want to look at the woman, and then the woman's trying to push them all over the internet, chatting smack about how he's this and how he's that. But they ain't a freak for going in right in front of where he's doing his exercise, doing that movement in front of him. They ain't weird for that. And then some of you weird ass women be recording men that you like in the gym anyway, or if you see guys that you find attractive on trains, you record them, man. There's a trend of that in cities that have a subway. In London, for example, that's a big trend of women finding guys and they be stalking them and taking pictures of them, man. Weirdos. But anyway, verse 11, tremble you women at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So all the beautiful things that you had covering, that's gonna be taken away, and you're just gonna be given sackcloth, man. Basic. You're gonna be on the most basic lifestyle, man. And I remember seeing a article on the internet when I was looking up some stuff about what people in the prepper world call SHTF, which is shit hits the fan, right? And there's a thing that women have got an idea that they're going to be able to do where they're going to be able to dress up like a man in that time in order to like blend in with men and not be seen as a victim. And but what they don't understand that is in that time, them doing that, all it's going to look like is a small man. They'll just look like a small man, and that's not going to work because the way how men are going to treat men in that time, you're still going to be out there. There ain't going to be nothing that you women are going to be able to do to escape the judgment that Yahweh's got set for you women that have been proud and arrogant, man. Verse 12, they shall lament for the teats, for the present fields, for the fruit of vine. Are going to be longing for all them days. They're going to be saying, please, I'd rather be at Cheesecake Factory now instead of this. I'd much rather be eating Cheesecake Factory instead of eating out of the bins of an abandoned Cheesecake Factory that I've seen now. Now I'm eating them, all that 20 list of places that I didn't want to get taken out for a first date. Now I'm eating from the bins of those places, the moldy leftovers, man. Man, I should have just humbled down and been eating from those places when it was fresh. I shouldn't have been having a complaint about where I'm getting taken when I know damn well I ain't paying. They know damn well they ain't paying, and it doesn't even matter if it was a skit. The point is that the influence of that kind of attitude is out there, man. It's out there. And then all the women that say all of these things, they don't deserve it anyway. And all these women that talk about they want a real man, they want a real man this, they want a real man. They couldn't be around no real man. King David was a real man. And when his wife was acting up, she got left barren, man. She got told to just get out from his sight, man. And she was made to never have no children all the days of her life. And if she would have tried to step out on King David in that time, that would have been adultery. And she would have been worthy of the judgment that's written for that. Because we was in a righteous society back then. Not a wicked one like this, man. Which is the reason why a lot of you women have been able to run around as reckless as you have. But prophecy says that that's going to come to an end, man. That's going to come to an end. 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. And that includes women. Women are not exempt from any of the judgments that are written in the Bible. Right? There's not one thing written in the Bible that's only men are gonna get that judgment. If men take the charagma, then they're gonna be destroyed. But if women take it, the ICBMs are gonna step over them because that's a female, and we already know you can't hurt a female. That females are exempt from judgment. No, children ain't gonna be exempt neither. Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. So it's going to be going off. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So it's going to be going down, man. And in that time, a woman that's got that black woman sass, that ain't going to work, right? Black woman sass is not going to escape you out of any judgment. Being a Karen, or you Edomite Karens, that ain't going to work neither. All that women attitude where they give the sass and they get loud and all of that. All that women, I'm just going to scream. And that's going to make the man run away from this situation or leave him alone because the police, he don't want the police to get called numb and a cry when the police come. That's not going to work. You're going to have to dwell with what you are, which is a demon. Right? You women that are demons out there, you're going to have to live with that's what you are, man. And all the time when you've been acting up in the past, you're going to be brought back to your remembrance, man. And you're going to remember all the wickedness that you've done, man. And you're going to know that you deserve to be in exactly the situation that you're in. And you ain't going to have no power in that time. You ain't going to have any power. Verse 17, a man shall have desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And you women love them cities, man. You women are always on the trains going to one central part of a city or a town to just spend up money, man. And go in all the shops. Whenever you look in coffee shops, who's the main people that's always in a coffee shop, man? Is it not women? In a coffee shop, smacking their chops off, running their mouth, man. Talking about someone else's life, bunning them out probably, most of the time. Tail bearing. You know? Tail bearing or bearing false witness, man. And people can say, oh, who hurt you and all that. Mate, this is real facts, man. This is real facts. And if you people want to know who hurt us, this wicked world hurt us, man. This wicked world hurt us. Because it's wicked, it's evil, and it's corrupt. And it hurts anyone that's trying to seek a righteous lifestyle. So that's who hurt people, man. That's who hurt us. Or who hurt me and all that stuff that you clowns want to try and say. And anyone that thinks that this is funny, well, when the society crumbles, laugh then. Right? Laugh then, man. Because a lot of people don't believe this is going to happen. But it is going to, though. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And if men are going to be afraid, then so are women, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So when food's scarce, you think that you women are going to have the choice to be trying to be picky on what you're going to eat. You think so. You think you're going to be doing that. Because I know that it's not going to be the case. You ain't going to have the choice to be arrogant and picky of where you want to eat. Oh, man, I wouldn't be seen dead in there. You ain't going to be having the nerve to talk about you're too fine to be going to this place or to be going that place. No, you're not, by the way. You ain't too fine to be going anywhere. You ain't. All the makeup that you have is going to be gone, right? Because that's the only reason why a lot of men think that some of you women are that attractive anyway compared to their own selves, because of the illusion or paint that you can do. All you women are artists, really. A lot of you women are artists, man. And your face is the canvas. And you paint a new facial features on you. You literally, some of you shave off your eyebrows and draw other ones on. Or shave off your eyebrows and get some permanently tattooed onto your face, but you've already born with them. Right? You're already born with those. A lot of you women are buying ass cheeks. You're buying yourself an ass and you're thinking that you're exempt from judgment now because you bought yourself some glutes. You really think so? You think that people are gonna be like, oh, we was gonna destroy your house and steal it, but we saw you got a BBL, so you know what? We're gonna let you slide because you're one of the good ones. That is not gonna be what's gonna happen. And for all the arrogance that you put out in public, privately, you're terrified because you know that if this ever happens, you're done. And you ain't going to be able to come with no fake humility, right? You're going to be done in that time. And because a lot of you have put how evil you are for real all on the internet, man. Your social media account has bear witness to how evil you are. And more people than you think have seen your social media account, because a lot of you women are running around trying to be celebrities out here, man, talking about your models. A lot of you have did it, and even in a lesser sense, a lot of you have did it just in your own community area that you live in, man. The evidence is out there on you. All the TikTok stuff that you women do, right? You women have been getting, this is the title of the video, you women are getting on men's nerves, man. A lot of you women are getting on men's nerves all over the world, and it's true. You're getting on men's nerves, man. Your arrogance, like, the way how you act is quite disgusting. But when this society falls, what are you going to do then? Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with a sword. So they ain't going to care about none of the things that people care about now. They ain't gonna be like, oh, that's an old man. I can't steal from his house because that's an old man. In fact, they're gonna be like, you know what? It's gonna be easier to steal from this guy's house because he's an old man. They're not gonna say, oh, I ain't gonna steal from this person's house because that person's a woman and that's only her last 2 cans of baked beans, so she probably needs them for her kids. Instead, they're gonna say it's easier for us to rob from this woman's house that's in a house with her kids than rob from this man's house that's in a house with him and his woman. So let's just pick the easier target so that we can have less risk at getting a fatal wound. And they're gonna run up in the house and steal, man. That's what's gonna be going down. And all you women that don't need no man, men ain't this, men are trash and all of that. Well, keep that same thought process when it happens then. Say the same thing then, man. But is that what's gonna be happening? No. A man's gonna be made more precious than fine gold, man. Because despite how much you will hate it, men are better than women. Right? Men are better than women, man. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. So all that talking that people have been doing, man, the tough guy that thinks he's amplified, I got abs, fam. I got abs. They're showing their body weight, body fat percentage, they're doing an angle change, front double bicep and that. They're getting such a dark tan that they damn near look like a so-called black man. Right? All of you guys as well, man. We're gonna see if those biceps that you've been growing are gonna be able to escape you out of judgment in that time. All you men that think you're fine, you're doing all these TikToks and all of that, showing what it do. You know, with your whole battery crease online. You know what I mean? If you think that's gonna escape you out of judgment, think again. Think again, man. That ain't gonna get you out of nothing. The judgment's coming, the judgment's been selected, and it's gonna happen, and it has to come to pass. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And that's when women are gonna realize that men ain't all the things that they was telling them that they are, man. That they already know that men are not those things. But in order for them to have their little wicked reign of terror, right? They had to lie to themselves and lie to us. They had to just lie, man. Which is the whole thing that this society is based on. It's based on lies. And the man that's been lied about the most as being nothing and being a complete waste of space is the Israelite man. But let's see who comes out on top of what's getting ready to happen, man. Let's see. Because we believe that an Israelite man is gonna come out of the heavens to even the playing field, man, when we begin to start losing. Yahweh Shai will be his name, man. I'm gonna end the lesson there, man. You women are starting to get on everyone's nerves all over the world, man, but it's gonna come to an end. Shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom.